All right, guys, good morning. So, a lot has changed in the past 2 weeks. I haven't updated you guys in a while now. I didn't make a video last week, so I thought it was time to pick up the camera again and shoot some stuff. So, what happened? Well, we got busy. Simply as that, nothing else. Very busy week passed, but we are done and we are moving along. And we are still in prep, obviously. We have dropped a little bit of weight and we are now at 98.9 kilograms. So I did hit 98.8 last week, 2 days. Then my weight got back up again. And now we are slowly dropping off. So I think that we are moving in the right direction, but I do have to update Kuba tomorrow with my weight to tell him where I'm at and to see if we have to make any escalations in the program, whether that's lowering food or upping the expenditure. So that's where I'm at right now. I just did my 20 minutes of cardio and I did my 3000 steps fasted. So that's all boxed off nice and early. It is now 7 o'clock, so it's almost time for meal one. And then we are on to have a nice successful rest day. Today we have some stuff at the schedule, which is going to Germany to get some groceries done, because we do get our meat in Germany. The low fat beef there is pretty amazing. It's cheaper than muscle meat and it's actually more accurate than muscle meat, because last time we did order muscle meat, or a client actually ordered muscle meat, they had on the package that it was 7 grams of fat per 100 grams. And I don't really like that kind of stuff. They advertise with 5% fat beef and then you receive 7 to 8% beef. It's not my kind of thing. So I'm gonna move over to Germany today to get that meat in and to get rolling for the couple of weeks ahead. And then I'm gonna have a massage later today. So I will take you along this day to show a little bit about my resting days and give you some tips about how to attack prep, because prep is not easy. Well, it can be a little bit easier when you implement the right tools for it. For example, my creamy has entered the chat again. At nighttime I do have a creamy again, which I like. And it's not that I'm very, very hungry just yet, and not that I'm struggling anything, but just giving you small tips about prep will make life easier when you get deeper in prep. For now, the fasted cardio is in and the fasted steps are in, and another tip around that is just start doing it and just do it as quick as possible to get rid of it in the earlier part of the day. When it's done and you can move on and don't think about it. If it lingers in your mind all day, then you probably get a little bit stressed about it, and if you forget it or anything else, then you have ruined your day, for example. At least that's how I feel when I don't do my shit. So small tip about that. This week I did my progress pictures on the Monday again, and Tuesday I got the feedback from Cuba. I will show you the pictures over here so you see what I look like at the moment, well, at least at the beginning of this week. Small improvements, definitely around the midsection I've dropped off some volume, a little bit tighter, a little bit leaner, and less water retention overall. Also some gut weight has been lost, of course, because when you eat less food, you just have simply less gut weight as well. Yeah, that's it for now. So I'm gonna take you along today with my resting day. Please, if you have already liked this video, you're great, you're amazing. But if you didn't, like it already, because this is going to be a nice one. And if you enjoy my content as well, subscribe, because there are more videos coming. I will be a little bit more consistent, but yeah, sometimes it just happens that you cannot do what you want to do. So further than that, let's move on to breakfast and then get the day started. Oh yeah, and before I forget, one first tip: start your day with a liter of water. Always, no compromises. If you start your day with a liter of water, you get hydrated. The first hunger signaling you're getting throughout the day is probably more of dehydration than hunger. So 1 liter of water, get hydrated, then do your stuff, because if you're hydrated, you actually can perform your cardio better and you will function better. So that's the tip I want to give you already. Get your water in. I do use electrolytes with it because I just like the taste and I feel like it helps with the hydration process in the morning as well. So something to check out for you guys as well. maybe add some creatine there, so you have the first serving of creatine already, and then get your day going. All right, guys, I'm a bit overlighted, but I was thinking about showing you guys my new setup for the upcoming few last months while we're still living at the parents of Frederick's house, because I have to do with what I've got here. So I'm going to show you the setup that I got right now, which is my MacBook, my tablet, and I got a Lumi light attached to above my laptop, and I got an extra screen for the check-ins with my schedule there and some notes. Pretty clean desk setup. I like to have everything as clean as possible, as empty as possible, with less distractions. So that's what my situation is on the working station. Now let's talk a little bit about what has happened in the last weeks with myself. My elbows, well, my left elbow and both of my knees were hurting pretty badly. Implementing some stretches for them did really help to speed up the recovery of it. I fell with skiing, so the elbow is still a little bit tense there, but it's feeling way better, and my knees were just sore from a little bit of overuse, I think. Too much pressure on the tendons, which caused the pain in my knees. What I'm doing for that right now is I do daily stretches. So I get down in the squat position to stretch out the knees. I do extra wall sits for at least one set of 30 seconds, which is most likely a minute every day, which also strengthen up the tendons, and tendons heal by putting pressure on it. So having a light pressure on tendons will actually speed up recovery instead of taking extra rest, because extra rest is not what heals tendons. Now, in my training sessions as well, instead of hammering those leg extensions, which I was doing with pretty much force but less control, I'm now doing a 3-second hold at the top and then lowering the weight. And I can show you a video right now on how I'm doing those over here. So when I've done those, my knees feel actually very much bulletproof and ready to take on the world, which is nice because it's the first exercise, well, the second exercise in my leg session, my first quad exercise. So before the leg press and the hack squat or the pendulum squat, I always do those extensions, and afterwards I can press everything as well as good as possible, and my knees feel unbeatable. So that helped for me, and it took a little confirmation for me to do those stretches. Was not really buying into it, because what does a simple stretch do? But when you try it and when you actually use it properly and implement it daily, then it definitely helps and gets better over time. So keep in mind that recovery work is very different from training work. So it won't feel like bodybuilding training, it feels like extra light and fluffy stuff, but it actually helps. So put in the time for it to get it better. Now I'm gonna get started on my second work block here. I just already had one work block, and I unclogged the drain because that's also an issue. Yesterday evening we were making our pre-bed meal and all of a sudden the water wouldn't run away from the sink. So had to fix that this morning because I was not in the mood yesterday. That's all fixed now, so we can proceed with our day and get some work done. I did get 3 applies this last few weeks, so I can start up a few guys in the upcoming weeks. One guy is actually attending to do the Ramadan. One guy is actually very busy with life and everything around him, so he has to have a schedule that fits with his situation to make it as optimal as possible. So that will be a very interesting case. I want to be on point with that to make everything work for him and for the Ramadan guy as well. It's a fun thing. It's something I have not done much, but there's always something to do to make progression happen. It's just a matter of how you take in account of the things that they are doing. Like, for example, the long fasting window. It's not optimal, of course, very much not so, but we can make it better so he can get the proteins and the calories in for him at the moment, which will not be the most because we do want to start off with a small cutting phase, so that is a good accompany with that Ramadan phase. less calories to eat, but also less time to eat. So easier prep, I'd say. Now, I'm gonna get stuck in the work and I will see you guys when I move over to the car where I'm gonna drive to Germany. All right, so we are in the car again. I just was in the store, got my beef. I think I got 10 packets of beef, 400 grams each. So that will probably take us this month so we can have our beef daily. Now I came back to the car and I think I forgot something. Fuck. So I was to put the parking timer in front of my window and I forgot. So I got a ticket. Well, thank you, Germany. That's another 30 euros wasted with the things that we spared on this trip. We also just delivered it back to the States. Nothing to do about it, just then to pay and go on. But yeah, that was something to remind for the next time. I forgot, just simply did not think about it. I did run through the store and almost got hypo, so I picked an apple for on the road, but I managed to get inside of the car and eat my meal, so I am not cheating just yet. So everything is going fine this morning. How about your morning? Hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna proceed on driving home. My dash cam thing that won't stick to the window anymore, so I cannot film when I'm on the road, which is a shame because it's a nice way to talk about stuff. But yeah, nothing else to do about it as well there. Acceptance today. I'm getting tested, so not that much on my toes right now, because yeah, later on in prep I might have thought a little differently, but that's something to remind yourself of, as well as when you are hungry you can get a little grumpy, but always try and reconsider before you take action. Always think about your actions following a situation and think about something in a positive manner, because things can derail whenever you do anything in life. For example, the ticket or the hypo, we can choose to fuck up and get angry or anything else, but we can also see it in a positive light, try and survive and make it through the store, for example, and then eat the meal that's planned already. So we're ready to go on this day. Let's make the rest of the day another positive one. Let's go. All right, so let's show you guys what I've got from Germany. I got 12 packets of beef. I got my apples with the one missing. Got a pineapple, some sockeye salmon, a nice and cozy ticket, and some almond milk with some carrots. Not much, but the main goal of this trip was the beef, so we can have our beef daily. Decent trip. Did not win much on the money side, but we got our beef, which is most important. All right, it is the next day. It's Friday now. So I went to the massage yesterday and I did not film anything else. Was not in the mood, simply that's my reasoning. Now today I have done my cardio, I've done my steps, I've done meal 1 and 2, and I had a intake call with a potential new client. So fun this morning. Now it is almost time for my pre-workout meal when I'm gonna train afterwards, and I'm gonna do upper. I updated Kubat this morning again because he wanted me to, and my weight has still not moved down. So I moved a little bit of, I think 4 kilos in the first week. Afterwards it stuck and now it is very steady for almost 2 weeks already. But he wants to see visuals post-workout, so I'm gonna do post-workout visuals for him. I'm gonna take some shots in the gym afterwards. So I will take you along with that bit of posing there. Should probably show some shots after this video, and I will then update you later this day. Frederic is on the road, so I've got the home for myself, which means party time. Just kidding, of course, just work to do and other bits and bobs to get done today. So let's get another day of vlogging in as well. I'm not as consistent I can as I should be probably, but yeah, I'm just not feeling it the last few days. So don't know why, not really getting into the diet vibes of full focus and everything around it, where you can lock in everything you want to do. So hoping that gets better, but for now, let's get the pre-workout meal in and go train. Alright guys, we are back at the office. Just had my session, my post-workout meal, some steps, and got to my working station again, checking out some blood works and some check-ins already, just to see if anyone is running into any problems just yet, but everything seems fine. So got some time to talk to you guys. Now when I was in the gym, it was an amazing moment there. I spoke to a guy which had some wrist issues, no big issues, just some simple form things I think to fix there. So I gave him some tips, but he had mentioned that he was going to do some partying tonight, some drinking and some stuff, which made me think about my earlier days. It's when I started lifting, I was not that locked in as I would be right now, and drinking and training at the same day was multiple times a month a thing there. So we would go train, then afterwards have some fun with some friends, have a couple of drinks, enjoying life. And I remember that when I did that, I did still progress. I did actually go ahead and made some pretty substantial gains. It was my beginning period, of course, so the beginner gains period. But thinking about that, if I would do that right now, I think I would be wrecked for a couple of days just by one evening of drinking, because I did not drink a lot this year. Actually, just a couple of glasses of wine and that's it. So when we realized that I'm getting older, fuck, my knees are hurting, my elbow hurts, I can't drink and do training sessions, which is it's a fun thing to see in other guys that are just starting lifting and their lifting journey. They can still have fun, do everything around the drinking and train and progress, and just cool to see, especially if you recognize yourself in a guy like that. So had a fun conversation with guy, helped him out with some small tips, and he went on his way again. Now today my elbow did not hurt with training. I had an upper session and my elbow was totally fine. I did enough stretches in the past couple of weeks to get it all fixed. So now I think it's full throttle again to push on those tricep movements. Pushing movements were better last week already, but now I can do the full session. I did some posing as well, so if I feel comfortable enough and if it's any if it's any valuable content that I shot, I will post it right here. But I don't know. Yeah, let's see if I post it here, and otherwise then just forget that I said it. So the visuals today, I'm still looking a bit soft, of course. We just started the diet phase, but I put the pictures together from January, straight after my vacation, and now, and there's a quite substantial difference in the look over there, so I'm happy with that. We did make a lot of progress already, and we're still going on. So we have, I think, let me see here. Now I do have the tabs open. Yeah, so we have 11 weeks left after this one to progress and get into that contest ready shape, because we want to get as shredded as possible to start building up again. And in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in 6 week, there would be a potential maintenance week to reset the body and to pull a little bit of stress off. Don't know if I'm gonna make it over there because I'm already feeling a little bit wrecked when training, and the mindset is not really all that great this last couple of days. So I'm just gonna ride it out because I still can push hard in the gym and I still can make the small progressions that I want to make, but it just takes some time to get into it and to get locked in the session. So we're gonna see what Kuba says about the pictures later today, and I'm very curious what he thinks about it, but I think he will say the same. We are progressing. We do not have to change anything just yet. Let's see where Monday ends up when I have to take my check-in pictures again. I'm gonna finish my work block and then I will go and eat my meal 5, which is the rice and beef meal, one of my favorite meals still, which I enjoy every evening, eat nice and easily with Frederic in the kitchen. So that's on the menu. Then shower, pre-bed routine, and some winding down time, I think, which is needed. So let's get on with work and I speak to you guys later. All right, guys, so it's nighttime. I just had my shower and now it's time for my evening routine. I've got my blue light blocking glasses on. Well, actually off now because they are fucking dirty, so I have to make them a little bit more clean. And then I'm gonna do my nighttime routine, which always consists of a couple of things, which is getting the supplements ready for tomorrow morning. So we have 2 big pill cases with our morning and our evening supplements, and those are including the Train by JP health range. So all the health subs from Train by JP, the Vital Support, the Love Heart mainly. I have my omega-3s, my magnesium, my krill oil. I got, what else do I got? My melatonin for at night, my dream sleep for at night. I do have, let me grab it. The boxes. Let's see here. What was it? Vitamin D3, vitamin K2, vitamin A for in the morning. In the nighttime I do have curcuma. I have, let's see, B complex, 1000 milligrams. And my morning subs. Did I miss something? PQQ I have in here. Vitamin E, I think I already said that. So yeah, that's the main supplements I do have. And to make it easy for us, I do always have a couple of small cups. So that are these, which I simply just fill out with the supplements from our big case. I have a nighttime case and a morning case, because I'm not really in the mood of every day picking out every supplement out of its own little container. So this takes normally a minute to get it all out. And if you fill up the container, when you have bigger fingers, it's a harder thing to do, but it will work. Just try it out. But to fill the big containers, it takes maybe half an hour or something max, with a cup of coffee on a Sunday morning. It's just a relaxing task, no big thinking, just filling it out. And it just saves a lot of time. So yeah, these are the containers all filled up. So that were my supplements. Now those of Frederic. And the rest of my nighttime routine is also setting up the morning drinks. So we always have creatine, glutamine and the greens product. And those I do already set up into coffee cups. So we just have to put in our apple cider vinegar, our lemon juice with a little bit of water. So we can get that in the morning first thing with breakfast. That's all set. Morning drinks I will prepare in these small little coffee cups. They're all ready in the morning. Just gotta take it, fill it out and drink it. So that's all ready. After this I will get a cup of decaf coffee because I love coffee and decaf is no problem in the evening. I try to cut down my water intake at night so I don't have to pee as much at night. So that's one of the reasons that I only have that cup of coffee and then maybe one glass of water with my supplements and with my last meal around 7 o'clock. Then at 8 o'clock we go to bed. And in between we just relax on the couch, have a nice series on Netflix or some YouTube content, and then we're sound to go to bed. So that is my nighttime routine. It's nothing really crazy. Most important thing with sleep and with a nighttime routine is that you have one. If you don't have routine in your bedtimes, then you will see that you won't sleep as optimally as you would have, because your body has a natural clock, it has a body clock, and if you get used to a normal time of going to bed and waking up every day for the same times, your body will get used to it and your body will like that way more, sleep way better. And you feel more energized throughout the day, of course, and more relaxed, more recovered. Everything around recovery speeds up with a good routine, with a good sleep habit. So that's my suggestion for you as well. Get a good routine in, hot shower, relaxing time pre-bed, have a nice meal pre-bed, carbs pre-bed, don't make you fat, but they actually will help you sleep better as well. So don't skip those carbs pre-bed because you think you're getting fat, because they will make you sleep better. And better sleep will also keep you leaner. So if you're in a building phase and you are not sleeping, you will probably gain more fat than when if you would be sleeping more. So that's also a thing to consider. Many things to think about, but I will explain it all to you. Now, I'm gonna proceed with my routine here. I'm gonna leave this here. Time to edit tomorrow and then get this all ready for you guys. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time.